Yes.
Okay. Done.
Can we start?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay. Please mute your mics. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the group discussion for international business strategy. Here we are today discussing 5 different companies from different countries. And starting with me, I'm going to represent Tata Group from India. My name is Anisha Dadani. So let's start it. Tata Group is a multinational company based in India, which started in 1868 by Jamshedji Tata. And it has got more than 100 companies all over the world, working independently with their own set of board of directors. Acquiring different global companies all over the world, and all the companies, namely chemicals, services, consultancy services, consumer products, motors, steel, and also airlines, and much more. So it has got wide range of companies, not just one. Let's start with its first acquisition. The first acquisition made by Tata Group was Tetley Tea, which is a UK-based company. And after acquiring it in 2000, it became the second largest producer of tea all over the world after Lipton, which is part of Unilever. So today, after becoming the largest producer, it produces around 200 million tea bags per year. And in spite of being the largest producer, it has been criticized by the Guardian report, stating that it has failed to provide the minimum wages to people working in the farming sector of tea in Assam, India. For acquisition of this particular $107 million. And apart from this, it has also acquired Chorus Steel in UK, and also Jaguar, luxurious cars named Jaguar and Land Rover. And talking about the automobiles company, Tata company, it has got different ranges of cars, starting from premium to cheaper ones, which can satisfy the needs of people of different classes. And talking about the cheap car, it has created the cheapest car in the world that was named as Nano. But in spite of being innovative, which is the strength of Tata company, it has failed to provide the safety standard, which has become the weakness for the company and has caused a lot of loss for the company, because 80% of its produce had to be called back and replace the starter parts of the cars. And because of lesser development and research on that particular sector, it has become a bigger problem for the company in the past. Talking about the opportunities, the company can focus on the future intended cars, which is electric cars or hybrid cars. That's going to be in demand, as because of the changing climatic conditions and global warming, there will be lesser demand for the present market of present cars. So the company needs to prioritize to bring in its electric car, which it has not launched yet, and be a better competition in the market. Because talking about the threats, the increasing fuel prices and the present competitors, which has already come up with its electric cars, it needs to take it forward, because if it continues to delay, this could lead to the lessening of demand of the present cars and cause loss to the company. Talking about the strategic options, Tata Group has always focused on the raw materials part. Let's talk about automobiles. If it has started with steel production and went on to produce automobiles. This has helped company to produce the low cost of steel, and also saved the money on transportation, because it is a heavy machinery and heavy steel. So this way it has got the strategic intent from starting from the start, from the raw materials, and went on to produce the bigger things. This can be used in different sectors, not just automobiles. And also it needs to focus on the cultural and value-based strategies. for different countries, because it's not same for every country. When talking about the automobiles, the luxurious cars can be focused more in India, but there are different set of classes where everybody cannot buy the luxury cars. And talking about how it could be implemented, the Tata Group needs to bring in a lot of expertise from all over the world, not just particular country, because if it doesn't invest more in research and development, it might cause problems in future. So this is what it can do as a part of implementation for future intended products. And that's it about the Tata Group. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anisha. That was great to hear from you about the Tata. Now I think that you must have heard of Tesla. So what I feel is, like, do you think that Tata should ever in future collaborate with Tesla? If not,
Talking about group, been in acquiring rather than collaborating. So, and acquiring Tesla is quite impossible. So, in talking about the strategies, Tata has always made its own set of strategies and not copying from anyone else. So, this is what I would like to suggest about it.
that's good. Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Anisha. So my name is Austin, and now I will be going. So I have selected this company as Burberry. We all know about Burberry. See, how I selected this company was because, like, as soon as I got to UK, this company, they are into such wonderful advertisements. So like watching an advertisement and then thinking about the company, that makes a lot of sense. So that's how I selected this company. This like, as we talk about Burberry, this is one of the most famous British proud luxury brand, I would say. It was established in 1856. Now, earlier they started off with the trench coat. What they used to do was, they used to make trench coat and sell it to the UK as well as Japanese armies in 18 the World War One. So that's how they began. And this making a UK as well as Japanese armies, they gained a lot of, and their trench coat was their trademark. And moreover that, they have this patent for their pattern of checks, which is also called as uh, tartan checks. So this is one of the world most used as well as the famous checks. This is how this Burberry go about themselves. Now on taking into consideration their industrial drivers. So what I feel is, Burberry has they have expanded up to 465 retail stores all over the world. And how this happened was, what I feel about that is, and learning from the business strategy module, what I feel is they've used the yips industrial drivers, which included the uh, competitive drivers, then market drivers, then cost drivers, as well as the government drivers. So these all things they have kept into consideration, and these all things will be are helping Burberry to expand globally, as well as more and more from there in future. All right. So after this, what I feel is, like, on doing the pestle analysis, which we were taught in the group, what I have learned from that is, like the pestle analysis, the first factor was the political. So like how I feel is that the political factor, that the biggest factor which we all feel that has happened, was the Brexit. So this happened like very recently by this January. So what happened during the Brexit was, a lot of rules and regulations were changed. So it had an impact on Burberry. And like even the economic factor, that due to Brexit, the taxes and a lot of rules and regulations have changed, which also impacted the Burberry's sales as well as their business all over the world. And then speaking about the social factor, what I feel is, Burberry is doing really well with the social media, as like they've been putting around 250 to 260 millions per advertisement. And which I feel is very good what they've been doing up with the advertisement. And then on the technological aspect, what I would like to say is Burberry has been doing really well. They have used a lot of innovations on like how they make the clothes, how they use new modern technologies. What used to happen was like they used to take around 15 days to make one single trench coat, but like nowadays what happens is it takes just 4 hours for them to make one single trench coat. So this has been a really like this has happened because of a really long run and throughout the time. After this, on considering the environmental factor, what happens was like right now what Burberry has started doing was they're into sustainable clothing. That means their clothes which they prepare are no longer harmful to future, sorry, the environment. So this has been really helpful. And most of the energy, the electrical energy Burberry uses is from the renewable sources. So that is very well, I feel that is very well for the environment. After this, what I feel is there are certain strengths as well as weaknesses of Burberry. So the first strength will be it is a very strong unpopular brand among the people, and it has a really focus towards the clothing which they offer to people. And then one more thing the Burberry has is like that they've received the royal warrant from uh, the king, which they can by which they can show this show the royal arms to the people. They have this warrant, so nobody can stop them about this. And then a certain weaknesses like the price range. See, what I feel about the price ranges, because like not everyone will be able to afford the Burberry clothing on a regular basis. And then the dynamic market, because the Asia things are not going very well during this pandemic. So there is a very dynamic market in the Asia. So that in this way the business throughout the Asia is suffering for Burberry. And these are the strengths and weaknesses about Burberry. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Austin, for a good presentation. So it was very nice to hear you about Burberry. So I have a question for you. It's regarding
Yes,
how Burberry had traveled its journey from trench coat by production producing its trench coat in 15 days within 4 hours. So can you put some light on it?
thank you so much. That's a very good question. See, what I feel about this is like this long journey from 1856 to 2020. Like, see, there have been a lot of innovations. They've been working so hard. Like what used to happen earlier was they were like the supply chain has changed a lot. Earlier they used to make the clothes with hand, but like over time we got machines, and they use like the sources was easily available. So I guess they have used a lot of innovations and a lot of modern machinery which has been helping them to
Okay, thank you. So I'm Afzal. I'm going to present on Pfizer. The company what I have chosen is Pfizer. It is the largest American company with good revenue, which generates good revenue. Yeah. And its rank is about 61 among the Fortune 500 companies, and it is headquartered in New York. So Pfizer produce every year around 23 billion dosages provide for the patients to serve them in such a manner that 23 billion patients can get some services. So, and Pfizer started the journey with the production of citric acid in the early 1880s, and the citric acid was used in such a way that they can do good production for soft drink companies like Coca-Cola. So Pfizer has also worked very hard on Lipitor uh, vaccine that is well known for lowering the cholesterol. So, and it's also worked on Zyrtec antibiotic that is used for maintaining high blood BP. So another thing that Pfizer have done good is like along with the Gates Foundation, Pfizer had decided to cut down those taxes on contraceptives to provide to the countries who are having these contraceptive problems, and with a cut down strategy for taxes. Okay, so that made this Pfizer to grow its production. So the threats could be like lawsuits for Pfizer. So Pfizer have involved in many lawsuits. So these are the potential threats for Pfizer. So, and even some opportunities for Pfizer could be like if the government removes the export restrictions, they can do good production as well. Recently, Pfizer have received a digital transformation award for digitally transforming their production and manufacturing units. And I believe that Pfizer should do some KT knowledge transfer for uh, handling this present scenario of COVID-19, so that they can work on mRNA technology. So many of the countries doesn't know about mRNA technologies, how to implement. Most of the poor countries doesn't know how to implement mRNA technologies. If this Pfizer set up some hubs for technological hubs for mm, transferring their knowledge on mRNA technology, the other countries can have a good benefit rather than waiting for innovation and seeing the people dying of COVID-19. So then another main strategy of Pfizer is to maintain a good quality and that they deliver safely the medicines to the customers or patients, we can say. So Pfizer take very good initiative in developing a quick patents, and so that other competitors can't go into it. And so it is a good point of Pfizer that they'll take the patents as soon as possible, and they have a good rapport with the government. So this I just have regarding my company. Thank you.
Thank you, Afzal, for that very insightful presentation. I have a question for you, though, and it's regarding the COVID-19 vaccine. So do you think, in your opinion, do you think people should get paid to get the vaccine? I mean, we're in the early stage of testing, even though everything happened in a rush. But do you think people should actually get paid to get the vaccine?
Yeah, I believe that people should get vaccinated and they should get paid, because I mean, if people are risking their life, so by believing totally on the government and medical infrastructure that is operated by the government of a particular country, so it's like total, they should not hurt the belief of the country people. And I believe that they should get paid if they are risking their life, I mean, by totally trusting on the government.
Thank you very much, Asa.
Thank you.
I actually believe people should get paid too, and I'd actually like to be paid too. Hello, everyone. My name is Anu Luakwakiemi, but you can just call me Anu, and I'll be talking about Etisalat. Yeah, Etisalat is a telecommunication service provider, which was founded in 1976 and is based in the United Arab Emirates with headquarters in Abu Dhabi. Etisalat is a world-leading telecommunication group markets, and it's really known for being the first in a lot of. I picked Etisalat as my organization of choice because back in my own country, I used to use Etisalat as my network provider. Yeah, and the main reason why I liked using Etisalat was because they had the widest. They didn't have the widest coverage, but they had the highest quality, widest coverage. I don't know if that makes sense. Yes, so they had the widest coverage, but with good quality of internet. Yes. So back then I used to work in a field that I traveled a lot around the country. So I used to need my internet a whole lot. So Etisalat was a good choice for me. Although it was expensive, but I mean it was good value for money. So Etisalat's vision is to achieve a world where distance does not hinder communication, which I think, I mean, if you look at me in Nigeria back home, the distance did not hinder my communication because Etisalat was always there to provide a good network for me. So using the pestle analysis, I'm going to be analyzing the economical, technological, and environmental factors that affect Etisalat. So I'll start with economy. In 2013, in the United Arab Emirates, taxes were reduced for telecommunication industry by 50%. So yes, this was a taxes. Taxation is a major economic factor that it was a good win for them, because if your taxes are reduced by 50%, that's more income for the organization, if you know what I mean. So yes, it turned out to be profitable for the organization by that reduction in tax. So yes, the factor was good for them. Technology. Okay, so in the youth as its major target audience. And these youth are majorly found on social media platforms. Social media is the new trend of the day. Everybody's on social media. So Etisalat has latched on this positively. They are working on social media, creating engaging content to get in touch with these youth so they can vibe with them, they can flow with them, and in turn, they're turning them into their customers. So this is a very good thing for them. Environmental factor. I'm going to use Nigeria as another case sample. So in Nigeria, there's a department in Etisalat Nigeria that has an environmental management system. This system is responsible for all the factors that affect the organization's environment. So this was the first to be ISO certified in Nigeria. So Etisalat is the first mobile network operator in Nigeria to be ISO certified in the environmental management system, because the environmental policy is same fit. This is a good fit for the organization, I must say. So I'm also going to use the Porter's 5 forces and talk about a major competition, which is going to be availability of substitute risk. While it is like in UAE, for instance, it is hard for an organization to come up to start into the telecommunication business, because it is not a very friendly field to just pop into, because it takes a whole lot of finance to be involved in that field. So Etisalat might not really be challenged when it comes to entrance of new risk, but when it comes to this substitute, it's becoming a major competition for Etisalat, because with the rise of satellite operators, cable TVs, instant messaging platforms, they have to buckle up, because now they are no longer sole owners of that. They're no longer sole owners of that segment. So satellite operators are the major satellite operators that provide internet for large companies and large scales. For instance, in Nigeria, we have SpectraNet, we have Smile. Those guys provide internet for big organizations on the long run. Cable TV is also known for providing broadband in people's homes. In UK, for instance, we have OpenReach. In Nigeria, we have Summative, we have Fiber One. So these broadbands are providing internet for people in their homes and in their offices. So where else do people use internet if not in their home and in their office? For instance, I work in an office and I have Wi-Fi in my office. I won't buy, if I'm using Etisalat on my mobile, I will not buy data on my phone, since there's Wi-Fi at home and there's Wi-Fi in the office. So I will probably not focus on my network provider for that. So that's a major competition for them. Then also, with the emergence of video and audio calls across social media platforms, it is gradually pushing the traditional telecommunications network aside. So now, most times, if you want to make a call, the first thing you don't think about is picking up your mobile phone and using the mobile phone call. There's WhatsApp, there is Instagram, there's Facebook. Fortunately, all of these now have audio and video calls, so it makes it faster and easier. Even if you are not on social media, like the regular social media platform now, you have your people that use Apple phones, just have their what they call it, FaceTime audio. You just call, click, and you just ring, and it's easy for them. So it might be argued that these platforms still need the internet to be used, but now, if I'm actually using the internet for all of this, I won't think about Etisalat now because it's now shared amongst Etisalat, the satellite operators, and cable TV. So therefore, Etisalat is not getting 100% of the revenue. So this is a major competition for them. So that's really good for that's really where Etisalat needs to buckle up and be top tier in their game. So I'm also going to talk about innovation. So Etisalat is known for its innovation. It is really known to be number one on a whole lot of things. So I'm just going to list some of his achievements. Like for instance, in Nigeria, Etisalat launched one of the major broadbands in the country. That's Easy Blaze. In Sri Lanka, Etisalat was the first LTE ready mobile network. Yeah. In Morocco, Etisalat was the first global telecom operator. In Egypt, Etisalat was the first operator to launch video call services. In Afghanistan, Etisalat launched the first 3G services. These strengths are amazing, but the weakness I've come to figure out is, as amazing as these strengths are, Etisalat does not push the brand when it comes to advertising the way they should be projected. They have really, really good services. They have good innovations. They have good things they're talking about. But when it comes to advertising this particular characteristics that they carry and the features that they have, their advertising is not top notch. For instance, in Nigeria, if you think about global mobile telecom network, that's not the first thing that will come to your mind. So they need to grow their marketing strategy to a level where they create top of mind awareness amongst their customers. So by the time people see them, they know that yes, Etisalat is this and this is what they are doing. So yeah, I think I'll just end there. Thank you very much. And yeah, that's that.
Thank you, Anu. Thank you for giving us many about Etisalat. And I have a question. I'm just curious to know that how many countries is Etisalat being used or operating? In how many countries? I'm just curious.
Okay.
I just want.
So operating, yeah, sure. They operate in 16 countries across the Middle East, Africa, and
Hello everyone. My name. Okay. Hello everyone. My name is Jabira Valenzola. I'm going to present Petrobras, which is a personal reason because Brazil is my favorite football team. So I thought of I researched something about Petrobras because everyone were choosing the other companies. So I thought I will go with Petrobras. So Petrobras is a Brazilian-based company headquartered in Rio, which is working in the petroleum industry, which came in operation in the year 1953, and it's a public sector company, which was selected as the largest public sector company in the year 2000 for Forbes magazine, so public sector companies. So yeah, and apart from that, Petrobras is very well renowned company, very well known company across globe. And coming to the strengths of Petrobras, as I mentioned earlier, it has a strong brand power across the globe and free cash flow or growth and available internationally, and moreover strong investment plan. If we just Google about Petrobras, when we just type Petrobras, they will suggest us Petrobras investment plan, because it's that much strong or very best option to invest in Petrobras. And when it comes to the weakness, increases debt ration to equity, government regulations binding, which means government rules and regulation is kept changing. So it will affect the company, the Petrobras, or any other companies as well. And it's a Brazilian-based company, so it's more Brazil. The home country is depending on it more rather than any other uh, countries. And opportunities, when it comes to the opportunities, it has increased demand in digitalization, expansion in the investment, and increased opportunities in the growth of technology, ramping creation for natural gas and oil. As I mentioned earlier, increased opportunity in the growth of technology. They are planning to introduce the hybrid energy as well, because as we know, the sustainable development is taking place in globally everywhere. So a second. So they are planning to invest in that hybrid energy as well. And the threats on their investment plans, and Lava Jato litigation. It's a bribe happened in the Brazil. And when we Petrobras is using SWOT and press analysis to measure its external factors affecting the company. Petrobras is using pestle analysis, which analyzes the political and political, legal, social, and technological factors affecting the company, whereas SWOT analysis is measuring the internal factors affecting the company. And there are some strategies.
Yeah.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. There are some strategic issues of the company, like they can be classified into three, like short, mid, and long term. The short-term strategic issues of the companies are like the bank debts, loans, and overdue. The mid-term, like which won't last long, but it happens for a few time. When the government changes, there will be changes in the rules. And when there is a technological revolution, it will also affect the strategic, it can be counted as a strategic issue of the company. And the long-term issues are the organizational structure and the culture. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jabira. That was really informative. So I've got a question for you. You covered almost all parts, but I would like to question you regarding your personal point of view for recommendations for the company, like for the future coming year. What would you like to say about it?
For the more straightforward implementation of the strategic plan, the company's advice, I would suggest the company to maximize the employed capital return.
Okay, so we all are done with our thoughts, with the healthy discussion and very informative discussion actually. Thank you so much, all of you, for coming here and joining the group discussion. for international business strategy. Hope you all will have a lovely evening. See you guys.
You too.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.